This is Norwood.
All right. This is Hansford, Rowe.
We're supposed to tell you about how we got involved with Warwick.
Yes.
Go ahead, man.
All right. Well, it was back in the '80s, sometime in the '80s, going toward, I don't know,
Towards the 70s.
Yeah, somewhere like that. And anyway, back then, you know, record labels would give you a little budget. The budget that was separate from what you would record, and you could like sometimes buy gear. And we got a little budget.
They called them advances. Remember
advance,
those days?
Yeah, a little advance to go get a little extra gear, right? And actually, no, even before that, like, I gotta back it up. I'm making a record, right? And Randy Jackson, that not the dude from the Jackson 5, but from the Jackson family, but the guy that's on American Idol, right? He's a badass bass player, if you never knew. But
now you know.
Randy Jackson would come by the studio periodically, and he was the one. He saw me playing a fucking Spectre bass, and he's like, you know what, Norwood, you should check out these Warwick basses. He's like, check that out. I think that might be the sound that you're looking for. And really, he was right. And so what happened was, the next record that we were making, we got the advance. I kept it in my head, and I went. Me and Kendall, original guitar player, we went to this music store in the San Fernando Valley. And
is that where Valley Girls come from?
That's where Valley Girls, Frank Zappa. He knew a little bit about some Valley Girls. You know, little Dynamo Hum, little Valley Girl. You know, he's a wise man. And anyway, so we go to this music store in the San Fernando Valley, and the DeLeo brothers from who are now very famous with the Stone Temple Pilots.
Right.
They were working in the music store. And Robert DeLeo sold me my first Warwick bass. I got it, went into the store.
That's where you saw it really for real the first time?
Yeah, I went into the store and I picked up the bass.
Was it a natural one?
Yeah, it was a natural, it was a thumb bass, all natural
like
thumb bass. Yeah. And I picked up the bass, I put my ear to the horn here, and I hit it, and I just let it ring.
Yeah.
And that's all I did. And it rang, and the note just went and went and went and went and went and went. I was like, oh. And when it died, I did it again. And I was like, that's the sound that's been in my head this whole time. I've been trying to get out of amplifiers.
Yeah.
You know, and then I plugged it in. And I hit it again and just let it ring. I'm like, whoa. So I was having a hard time getting that sound out of my head and into reality.
Yeah.
And the Warwick bass actually just naturally just had that thing.
And that's actually true. It's really true.
So, yeah, and so we gotta thank Randy Jackson and Robert DeLeo for me and my Warwick love affair.
Right. That's cool, man, because it was a thumb, and it was natural. The first time I saw one, I went into I was on tour in Germany with Gong. It was in the 87 or 86, something like that. And I went into I think it was Hamburg, went into a big music store, and there was a natural thumb sitting in a stand, and it had that teardrop kind of thing going in the wood, and it really was an unusual looking bass in those days. And I was playing wall basses back then.
Yeah.
And I had never seen a bass like that. It wasn't shaped like a plank of wood, really, you know, that had some curve to it. And the guy said, if you're interested in that, I'll call Warwick, because they'll be happy to know that you were looking at it. So at the next show, this guy, who's now kind of iconic old reference for Warwick, this guy he was the A&R guy in Europe, Woody Wallen.
I remember Woody.
Do you remember him?
Yeah.
He was awesome. He came and he brought me a red thumb, that it was like a factory reject of some kind. It had, I probably shouldn't be saying that, but the pickups had been moved, and you could see where the old ones had been painted over and stuff like that. And the neck was super thin, and all the paint was off the neck, so that made it even thinner. It was red, and I still have that bass. I don't have it with me today, but it's still my primary bass. It's an awesome bass. And it did the same thing. It sustained. You can even, that bass I use light gauge strings on it. You can vibrato the higher notes, like on the G string, and it'll wind like guitars do. You know, you can bend it up a little bit, and it'll take a certain tone, and then when you bring it back down, it'll go to a new tone, just from like rubbing on the fret, you know. And you can just wind it like that, and it'll go through different tones. It's a great bass. Yeah. And when I had the fretboard finally redone on it a few years ago, I made sure that it stayed exactly the same. It's awesome. Yeah, so that was how I first discovered them.
Yeah, man. It's been a long, wonderful trip here. There's a
30th anniversary this year, right?
Yeah, and you know what, the other thing that I actually forget to mention, that one thing that when Randy Jackson actually was directing me that way, and one thing that actually really, one of the reasons was that, Jack Bruce was an early endorsee.
That's right.
And actually, that impressed me. That impressed me. John Entwistle as well.
Yeah.
John Entwistle was like, those guys, like that, I was like, whoa, those guys are playing those basses?
Yeah.
You know? So,
when I saw my poster up next to Jack's, that was pretty cool.
Yeah, that
was pretty cool.